What would you like to see? What's up, everybody? I hope your training is going better now than it was since the last video. So today I am going to share with you my first impressions of the Atreyu Battle Lies Within running shoe after about 30 miles. This is my first impression, not full review. I'll give a full review maybe at like 200 to 300 miles. And a little foreshadowing there, if I said that I am going to review it at 300 miles, then it is apparent that I must enjoy this shoe. But before we discuss shoes, I want to share with you some news, because in this uncertain time, changes are frequent. My school district voted to go fully online remote learning for 2 weeks. And you are probably thinking, what does this have to do with running? It means that my team cannot race, cannot practice. Those are the only two things. So we can't race or practice for those 2 weeks, which means, yep, you get more episodes of the lockdown log. How exciting is that? What's weird is school starts September 8th, and I have a meet this Saturday on September 5th. So I don't know if it's the best thing that we get to compete, but I'm very excited to, and I want to, and I'll take you guys along for it. So be sure to subscribe if you have not already. Anyways, let's get into the shoe review. You probably have not heard of the brand Atreyu. It's a new running shoe company based out of Austin, Texas. And they are trying to change the game with shoes, because what they want to do is create a subscription service. It's $55 for this shoe. And then shipping depends on where you are from. For me, shipping to Iowa, it was $9 shipping, which is kind of expensive, but they lowered the price of the shoe from $95 to $55 if you do the subscription model versus just a one-time purchase. 21.5 millimeters in the heel, 15.5 in the forefoot, and that is a 6 millimeter drop. It is a neutral road shoe. It says it right there on the side, which is quite nice. I don't know the exact weight. I'm gonna guess for my size 10, it is 6.2 ounces. That is my guess. In men's size 9, it's 6 ounces. And in men's size 7.5, which is Seth's size, it is about 5.6 ounces. Speaking of sizing, I went true to size. I wear a 10 in New Balance and now a 10 in Atreyu. I was a little skeptical, thinking that the 10 would be a bit too big, but it actually fits perfect. And one thing, this is good for any shoe, not just Atreyu. If you try your shoe on and it feels a little big, a little on the bigger side, that's better than a little on the smaller side, because when you run, your feet actually swell. Now, after sizing, the next thing I want to talk about is the heel counter. And as you can see, it does not have so much support to lock down your heel as the New Balance Fresh Foam Tempos, which I've been wearing for easy days. And listen to that. This is a very rigid heel, and I feel like the entire run my heel is locked down. I did have some issues with the heel lockdown. It's usually earlier in the run that I notice it, and I feel like as I get running, my heel starts to get a little more locked down, but I definitely felt some slippage. And if you overpronate, so say you're running this way, overpronation would be your heel goes in, and then if you underpronate, it goes out. So I definitely would not recommend these shoes if you overpronate or need any type of stability whatsoever. And actually on my first run, my sock started to fall off. I was wearing ankle socks and my heel just wasn't locking down on my right foot, and that ended up leading to the sock falling off. So I definitely recommend wearing a bit longer socks if you decide to get these and wear them. So now to the upper. It is pretty much a one-piece upper, very breathable, so great for a hot day. On the upper, it does say something. This one says the battle lies within. There's one that says keep going, fear only regret, the standard issue colorway. You can look at them on the website. They're kind of cool. I actually kind of like it. It's small. It's not super distracting, so it's not a huge deal. And moving on to the midsole, one piece EVA midsole. Now, that probably doesn't really mean anything to you. It doesn't mean much to me. It's just a material. This is just a different material to the Fuel Cell Rebels, which I have been wearing for long runs, tempo days. I don't want to get too much mud on the carpet because the Todd father would get upset about that, but the Fuel Cell Rebels are actually, I think it's like a TPU foam. I'm not sure exactly, but I'll put it up right now on the video. It's a different material, but I would say that the Atreyus are a much firmer landing than, say, Fuel Cell Rebels. It's very firm, actually, and if you are looking for something like a ground contact shoe, then this is definitely a ground contact shoe. And like I said, on the side it says some information. It says 6mm drop, neutral distance road. And then on this side, it says strike here. What they are trying to promote is forefoot and midfoot strike. They don't want you to heel strike. Everybody lands on their heels a little bit when they run, and they are just trying to get you to steer away from completely landing on your heel, because actually heel striking can cause a lot of injuries. Moving on to the outsole, that is what is underneath the shoe. I have noticed some wear, but it doesn't seem like it's a big deal. I think it won't be a big deal until maybe 200 or 300 miles. I think these will be more durable than you might expect. I don't know if this is true, but they might have meant to have one layer easily wear off, just so you can see where your foot strike is, which is kind of nice because I noticed that I've landed on my heel a bit, and I have really been trying to not heel strike, but it sometimes happens when the legs are tired. I've been trying to adjust, but it makes you aware that you are heel striking, so that's nice. How will I use this shoe for my running moving forward? I would say tempo runs, intervals. I actually just did 12 by 200 meters on the track in these shoes, and they felt pretty good. I will say though, when you are turning a bit, like rounding and taking a sharp turn, I don't feel like I'm in control a lot. I would probably not use this for a long run. I might try sometime, but I don't want to use this for a long run. So far, I have really enjoyed running in these, and they are definitely the flashiest shoe that I have run in. They're really bright, and I wouldn't normally get pink shoes, but it was the only pair besides a pair of red shoes that I didn't really like that much that was actually in stock in my size. And one thing that I would say, if you are trying to buy these shoes, one thing that I would recommend is you have to check the website like every day, because they only restock every so often, and you have to follow them on social media to know when they are restocking. It's kind of a pain, but if you can get your hands on a subscription, then you can change colors the next time. And then another thing I wish that Atreyu did was sold merch, like t-shirts. They need to get their name out there, and I think if they sold more than just shoes, it'd be a good way to advertise. Okay, that was a long video. I don't know if it was that long, but thank you for watching. And if you have any questions about what my opinions were, if I didn't cover something that you wanted to cover, just comment below, I'll get back to you. Or DM me on Instagram at ParkerMax on YouTube. I'll respond as soon as possible. And we're gonna do 2 inquiry of the episodes today, okay? So you can answer 1, you can answer 2. Don't answer none. You gotta answer 1 or 2. So, what would you like to see in a running shoe? What is something that you want to see in a new running shoe? Meaning, what are some new innovations that you'd like to see? Atreyu is a minimalist shoe, and subscription, that's different. What type of shoe, if you could make your own running shoe, what would you do to make it different? And then 2, what do you think I should do for 1,000 subscribers? We're approaching 1,000, so please tell your friends, tell your running buddies, tell your teammates, subscribe. I think I have a couple ideas. I don't want to just do a Q&A because, I don't know, I just feel like Q&A is kind of boring, but I will do a Q&A. I will do a Q&A. It won't be what I do for 1,000 subscribers though, so just so you guys know. And I will answer the first inquiry of the episode. I would really like to see a running shoe that carries water and carries air conditioning and still remains under 7 ounces. Live life to the max, run to the max. I hope that the rest of your training goes well. Help me out, subscribe. Let's get this channel to 1K. We are in it together. I say we, and I mean we. We can get this channel to 1,000, and it'll be great for all of us. Anyways, goodbye. Have a great day, and I will see you soon.